Hey, I just got done with my third session as a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador beta. This was on Git. We covered the basics, basic commands, and then talked a lot about open source and all of those things. And all the attendees loved it. So work done. But this was my session. Okay, so this is what the agenda for today looks like. We are going to start with understanding what is Git, what is GitHub, and how these two are different. Then we start with the more hands-on practice. So the basic commands, how to initialize Git, what it means to initialize Git, and then we talk about open source because all of us are interested in open source, right? So how to contribute. And a few more features of GitHub that I know. I'll share that with you as well. So let's start. I would like to hear from you guys.
Actually, GitHub is a place like to store the repositories or to store something we might delete it or we might lost it.
If you guys don't want to unmute yourself, you guys can react. Okay, I got one thumbs up. Anyone knows what it does? Git status.
It shows the current working state.
Yes, perfect, perfect, Tanvi.
Display on that, and finally we can push on the master or the main branch.
Can anyone tell me what this dash M does?
It stands for commit message.
Yes, yes, perfect, perfect. There's one period which is going to take everything which is in that folder. If you guys decide to not add a README file, you'll see a list of all the commands that you need to have another file. Let me just explain what I meant. These are all the commits that we have been talking about.
It basically initializes the repository
Initializing.
at the commit
Commit.
message of Git
Yeah,
repo.
commit message. It will
Um,
add this file to GitHub.
there's one
Hmm,
mistake here.
what is it?
You just didn't add that remote origin, like the origin of your repo for.
What is dash U going to do? Dash U. So this U is for upstream. What it means is
Okay.
that you see over here, I got an error, right?
Yeah.
Typing. See, so what happens is, as we mentioned earlier, there is a master branch, there is a main branch. You have an option of creating your own branch as well. I'm just mentioning dash U. This is going to set origin to the main branch. So what happens is that next time I can just type git push and then it's done for me. I don't have to mention which branch I want to push it in. Does this make sense?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes,
This.
yes. We learned something new today.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Public
Open source
resource.
is like the code available to us.
Any tech YouTube person who is coding, their entire GitHub is open source. They would want for you guys to make changes because these are very old videos, no? Old versions of whatever software they have been using. So there are a few functions, say libraries or structures that have changed now. In 2024, say I'll talk about my experience. So Firebase is like any other software, has a lot of versions. So I was following this one video that YouTuber was using Firebase version 8. Now, usually when the versions are released, there are very minor changes which us as beginners won't even encounter. But from version 8 to version 9, there was such a drastic change that I could not code at all. I could not use the functionalities of Firebase 8 in the Firebase 9 version. I had to make a complete switch. Now, that was difficult because it was something which was newly released and the community had not talked much about it. So, what I did is I went to the best place on the internet, ChatGPT. We had a conversation, and I was finally able to get the solution for version 9. And then what happened? I was able to complete the project, and then I opened a PR, that is a pull request on the repository of the YouTuber. and was like, these are the changes that I have made. This is the new version. Please approve, or like, would you approve? So, what have we learned till now? I want some of you guys to talk now. I want to know.
Firstly, the what is GitHub and what is Git, and secondly, the basic commands through which we can operate the Git and
I am also having a look at the chat. That is correct. Git, basic commands. We also understood how Git and GitHub is different. We need to know that. Okay. In your resume, when you mention that you know Git, is it actually Git or is it GitHub that you know? Yes. So it is important to differentiate between the two of them.
The basic commands like push, pull, open source.
Also, the importance of commit, git commit, right? We made a
Yeah.
mistake. We didn't have the git commit and then tried to push it on its own. Didn't work. Okay, what is left? Let's look at the agenda again. Before we end this, can you guys turn on your camera so that I can take a picture? Okay, guys, please strike a pose. Whatever you want to do works.
yes.
No, after that, very close.
It's a local host.
Yes, that's exactly. This is localhost. How is it going to open in your guys? This is not going to work. So what we have to do in this case is we have to host. The source has been saved. It takes about 2 to 5 minutes for the link to be generated. And after that, I'll send you a new link. Let's check this out. Has this worked?
Yes,
Now
yes.
we're able to open this, right? So please fill in the feedback form. Get in touch with me. All the major socials I've linked. I'll also link my Instagram so that you guys can connect over there. I would love to help you guys out. I've been doing that since almost a year and a half, and I would continue to do that for you guys as well. Okay. Anything you want to say? Because I've talked a lot.
Thank you, Drusty. It was a good session. I
Thank you.
got to know some problems which we might face in GitHub and Git command. So it was a good session.
Thank you so much.
I
Hasini, yes, Rasha.
Yes, I'm very new but I really like the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That is it for this session. I hope to see you guys soon in the very next session. If you guys want me to talk about a particular technology, please do again mention that in the feedback form. That is it. So this was Drashti, your host for today, a Beta Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador signing off. Bye bye.